That is 2 American AT guns killing Hellcats. You love to see it. Hey guys, remember to like, subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and hey, go one step further, become a channel member. Any support you guys give is greatly appreciated. Thank you for watching, and enjoy the video. Hello everyone, I'm Greyshot17, and today I'm covering a Company of Heroes 3 replay. This is submitted by someone in this game. Is it one of the 4 allied players to American Super-Its, or the 3 oh my god, I almost say... what the heck? Did I almost say Derek? Okay. 3 Vermok, there we go. And 1 Doc player. Oh, I combined Vermok and Doc. That's what I was doing in my brain. Oh, wow. It is early, and I need to get some... Well, I need to get some energy drink. But anyway, if you have an amazing game with tons of energy, submit it to my Gmail or Discord. Links are down below, and I'll try to cover your replay. This is a 4v4 on Rapido River Valley. And we'll have to see if either side rushes for mid, or if this is going to be a more slow and steady advance at the enemy. Sorry, at each other, I should say. Also, I can't wait for these bubbles to be removed. It's going to be so nice. Anyway, that's coming in the new patch. So, again, by the time this replay comes out, there will be new update stuff to the game. So, yeah, fun stuff there. Which also means older replays are no longer going to be showcased. So, sorry. If you had a replay before the patch and you're like, I want it to be covered. Yeah, probably not. Anyway, we got ourselves here Forsaken, D-Gaming, Joey G, and Taz on the allied side. Meanwhile, on the Axis side, we have Elcon Key of Tordo. Okay, I'll say Elcon. We have Mikey, Pericles, and I'm missing someone here. Paz. Okay, there we go. Alright. Any interesting strats? Seems like a generic sort of like all jack of all trades Vermok builds. Is aka Grenadier, Pioneer, MG, Mortar, etc. Nothing very specific or a spam. Even the Doc player only has Palm Grenadiers, so they're moving up to mid, backed up by the motorcycle team. Allied forces, Riflemen, again, jack of all trades build. A little bit different with the Pathfinder, but really not focusing on that. Seems that Joey is just going, again, more Rifleman than anything. And Australians, though, again, mixed in with infantry section. So, a little bit of a mixed bag with some special units, but majority of this stuff is very much your general sort of units. Can we get our first wipe already? No, Palm Grenadiers are not focusing on him. They're rather focusing on the Engineer. We have Riflemen pushing in against the guy in cover. By the way, part of the new update, this will note you when you cap it. This, you can build this, but you can't capture the territory. It's very interesting. Very interesting stuff right there. Again, very curious to see how that affects when the patch goes live. Royal Engineers guarding, taking the fuel in mid. We have a Royal Engineer and a Pioneer gauging each other. Pioneer doesn't I was about to say he's going to capture the territory. He does not. He is so close. And the Germans, again, if I am Paz, I would move in and capture that territory. Because, again, you want to take the territory. You want to take that 10 fuel. It's very good for you. We have the Axis taking the fuel up here. A small American counterattack that ended up with an Engineer squad dying to MG fire, Grenadier fire, and now Riflemen are retreating. So, again, that is Joey pulling back. And I don't think his ally, aka Forsaken, is going to help. His forces are retreating as well. So I think that overall allies are a bit of a back foot. If I'm the Axis, I advance, take the territory, and don't necessarily keep pushing because the allied swing back would be a lot more difficult, and it would be difficult for you to come back. Maybe just lay down defenses. Kind of like what this Australian player is doing. Is he building a... Oh, no, he's building technically like this sandbag wall. I love the idea of, yes, let's pack mud and stuff on a river to build this in sandbags. Like, sir, won't they just, like, flow downstream? It's like, no. No. It's fine. You understand, the rocks and everything we put on the sandbags, it'll hold together, we promise. But cover is put down in the river. Grenadiers are trying to push up and hide behind some boats, but they actually provide some good cover. Unfortunately, the Australians are in better cover, and as soon as these guys come in, the Australians will have that easy victory. Sorry, trying to get away from the bubbles. I hate the bubbles. Grenadiers do capture the manpower point. The Grenadiers down south got the fuel point finally, and managed to push up against this munition point with 10 munitions. All right, we got ourselves the Dingo here, trying to grab, trying to get healed. That's all thanks to Taz getting rifle grenades as well. Anything specific? Okay, we have a building being upgraded for Pericles. Again, Axe is doing very well in fuel, 33. Pericles, what are you doing with your overall population? Only 4 units? What are you saving up for? 800 manpower. Are you saving up for, like, strobe trooping, or... Because he went with mechanized, so he's not deploying, like, Fallschirmjägers or, you know, something, a special unit like that. So, yeah, very curious. Grenadiers, very close to dying. He might actually perish thanks to MG fire. Infantry section is suppressed, and somehow that Grenadier lives to fight another day. He has, like, 1 health left, but by God, he fights. And, this MG is probably the reason he got saved, because otherwise the infantry section would have probably lined up the shot from the high vantage point and took that sucker out. Smoke comes down the MGs, maybe allowing the British to counterattack, though Grenadiers are prepping an attack from the side. MG is setting on up, but it's actually not in the best position, and he knows that. He's going to pull back and retreat. D-Gaming is going to pull back. Taz is on the moving up. British forces are trying to advance, but Grenadiers are actually charging into the defensive cover here. I love all the barbed wire he set up to just annoy and stop the Grenadiers from getting there. Yeah, Grenadiers maybe charging headlong against the enemy wasn't the best idea. So British forces, though, retreat after being hit with the grenade and the MG suppressing them. We have an airstrike, which means that the American player went with air support. Looks like the German forces here by Pericles is pulling back. He did get a 221, which is a decent anti-infantry unit. Not maybe as powerful as its Code 2 variant, but still, the 221 is decent against inflicting damage. But you need something like a buffer to hold it back. And right now, there is no buffer. He is the buffer. And he may be AT grenaded here shortly if, what's his name? Forsaken actually had AT grenades, which I'm assuming he does not. Though, given the amount of infantry, he's probably been investing more in that stuff than personal upgrades. Half-track has come on in with a pack gun to hold back the 4x4. He might die here in a single shot. Woo! Hell of a shot, and good distance by that rifleman. Man, he went flying. I want to say at least 50 yards for that throw. Anyway, 221 is at least should be able to stop the Americans from pushing up further. Looks like Forsaken will, no, sorry, Joey will at least grab that territory. Forsaken is holding back with his Weasel and Half-Track and Howitzer, so he's a good amount of support units. We also know by the Weasel he went Special Operations, so Whiz-Bang or something like that, some good air support as well. So if we know what most likely, wait, hold on. Who went with air support? Joey went with air support. Oh, they both went air support. Interesting. Now, again, if you see something like that where the Americans are really going into airstrikes, flak furling. Get 2 flak furlings to guard each section of the map, and that should be enough. Again, additionally, flak 36 and stuff like that, but verbal win, you know. But if you get 2 AA units of a decent, quantity, or sorry, decent quality, they should be able to easily shoot down the planes and stop those airstrikes, except for airstrikes coming in from very close off the map, because there isn't as much time to shoot them down. So that's like an MG thrust or rocket strafe. So one of those strafes, that's hard to take out, but one of the dive bombers, that's easier, because it's always going to be from the long end of the map, especially on this map. Speaking of at least one end, we have another 221, but unfortunately for him, the Allied forces actually had AT grenades, so he's probably going to bite it if the infantry section get close enough. I think will. He's trying to drop smoke. Alright. Don't know how that allows you to escape the Brits. The Brits are slow. I think slowly getting... Nope. Alright, they just got a bit too far. Fired a rifle grenade. Decent damage on the Grenadier. Speaking of Grenadiers, now we know this guy's breakthrough because he's MP40s. Pushing... It is interesting when breakthrough on a big, wide open map, so you really have to double down on smoke or something else to take that hit for your Grenadiers to come in and actually dish out that damage, right? Because otherwise, the Australians are a perfect counter. They're just going to be lying in wait, and as soon as they come across that river, there's just going to be open season on them. So, I'm not sure what the German player's thinking. Elcon, what is your overall... Okay, so you have Jaeger squads, which is good, long-range infantry. So maybe he's hoping for that one squad will be 18, a little bit anti-infantry, while the other squads will get close and do the damage. Also, a 2-2-1? Is this like 2-2-1 season? Now, to be absolutely clear, it makes sense Pericles going it, because this thing will automatically, as shown here, like, wait, no, isn't that a half track? Or am I crazy? Hold on. This is where I need to double check. I think that does automatic repairs for nearby forces for it. Shoot. This, yeah, 2-2-1s. I always think a half track, but no, it is the 2-2-1 as well. So yeah, it will automatically heal other forces in repairs. This is what I mean by the airstrike close off the map. Just came in right off that side, so you have to be very careful. Again, anyone on this flank, like Pericles, they're gonna need to, like, make sure they are very much watching the front. Now, we can also see here the American player, aka Forsaken, is putting down some caches to help the team. Now, while these caches are good, you always may want to focus on caches that are higher quality. So, like, let's see. These are all 5s, but the ones in middle are closer to 10. So, this is perfectly fine, because there is no, like, super high advantage munition point, except for maybe this one. But again, that has been constantly pushed. So, these ones are very much secure in the back line. So, hey, works out. I'm just pointing it out because some people just put caches down. They won't look at the value. Makes sense for safety on this map to put it back, but if you can put a higher value, always try to. Now, speaking of higher values, the allies are currently much higher than the Axis, 150 points higher in overall victory points. Oh, D-Gaming went Air and Sea and went with a Stuart-like vehicle. Okay, but we know the Germans have AT, I'm pretty sure they do. Yeah, they have a bunch of AT infantry. So the Stuart might have some issues, but he does have some repairs going. Nice. Infantry section are on standby. We have a forward position here so he can retreat. So D-Gaming is not going very far when he pulls back. Also some interesting mine locations. Oh, 2-2-1 being hit. It is a base level. A upgraded version with the anti-tank gun could at least give the Stuart a run for its money. It'd still have a tough time, but still, it's a decent AT unit. Grenadiers pushing on up. MG opening fire. And right now, the British forces Vickers machine gun is doing the best they can. Does cause some suppression. And the bubbles are making me lose my mind. But looks like overall Elcon is not going to be able to push on up. So that's excellent to see. Stuart pushing on up, though, with British forces by D-Gaming. Coming in from the south. Oh my god, MG against another unit super close to dying. Lots of 2-2-1s. What did you go, Paz? Also with mechanized, so that makes sense. He wants a 2-2-1 that can heal automatically other vehicles. Okay. Doesn't necessarily help fight other vehicles without an upgrade, but still, it's something. Now, up north, we do have a counterattack. Oh boy, guys, it's an artillery map. Who doesn't want to see everyone's favorite German artillery piece? So yeah, the Wesp is on the field. It's going to start RDing the Allies. Allies, again, we know when Stuarts, but we also have a Chaffee on the field, and we have an AA gun. Okay, cool. That what helps. We know one guy with armored support here, Mikey, which I've not really covered, but he's just been kind of chilling. He also got the flak filling, which is helping shoot down a lot of those planes. Good. Is anyone else on the German side of AA? No, he's the only competent player. Okay, thank you, Mikey, for helping out your team and getting that AA. Yeah, you're just going to need a lot more, but still, at least it's something. Oh, now it's fighting off the Allied forces coming on in, and that bombing strike came in. Oh, boy. I thought the little dinky recon plane. It probably flew through this concrete. It's fine. Or is it concrete or it's stone? Okay. But still, it flew right, it went right through. All right, we have some type of strike coming on in. I think that was a fire strike somewhere. Oh, okay, right here. It hit the British forces. Grenadiers trying to push on in. Not having the best luck pushing on in, but hey, he's doing the best he can with what he has. MG should probably suppress this. He needs an AT unit, which maybe that Jaeger squad's getting the upgrade for. Is he? No, I'm not seeing it, so no, not yet anyway. Dingo pushing on in, launching the artillery, and then pulling back. That will be upped, by the way, in the most upcoming patch. A lot of units right here need some heals. Again, where's that scout car? Or 2-2-1 to, like, help it out? Or not scout car, half track. While engineers sent to die. Pioneers. A half-track backing up the riflemen. Where's your... Okay, there's some SSF commandos lying in wait, but they are being detected. Flak Frilling is going after it. I don't think it was expecting that type of infantry, because they have bazookas and they will hurt if they get hit. Also, West just chilling as commandos are walking down the road. Cool. Jaeger squads are trying to hit that half-track, but alas, they got suppressed and the riflemen did enough damage to force them back. So, good job, Pericles. Just excellent job there. We have a small push with a Dingo and a Stuart versing a Panzer IV. Fun fact, Panzer IV beats Stuart, and luckily Elcon is realizing, like, I'm not going to push. I just need to drive them away, but the Allies will still get the victory point and continue to put pressure on the Axis. Down south, we got a Bishop on the field, so at the very least, D-Gaming is bringing out some artillery. Again, Taz, we know, with the Australians, and Joey has gone the airborne. Also putting down a cache. So he's putting up a forward cache on the munition point. He feels like he's secure. So we'll have to see how much that is, or how accurate that is. I mean, there is a west, but to be fair, it looks like overall the Allies are pushing pretty hard against Pericles. A half-track is very close to killing that 221. But he's not going to give chase because it's too close to the German base. He's going to pull back on the high ridge. There is still the west there, and he's very susceptible to enemy fire, but luckily the Doc is here with a Panzer III, pushing on in, maybe intercepting the half-track, which would be a nice kill. Like, any unit you can kill off the Allies, especially this, to help, you know, this could shoot down, theoretically, your plane call-ins. Pericles, not Pericles. Mikey, going armored support, can call in some Stuka planes for airstrikes, so yeah, killing a half-track may not seem like a big deal, but making sure those loiters are in the air a lot longer, great win. Foot guards are on the field. Again, a decent AT unit will give the Panzer Force a moment of like, that could be bad. But as long as he's forward-facing and the bazookas are hitting more of the front armor, he should be relatively fine at holding firm. It's really when you add up more AT units with the foot guards that becomes an issue. Panzer IV down south with Paz, who again has a lot of manpower, 800 manpower, but he still has a decent-sized army. Curious to see what he's gonna really bring to the table. And again, so we have two mechanized, a breakthrough, and armored support for the Axis. German forces, nice hits right there with some AT grenades. Strafe comes in, hits one unit, the other two are still pushing. Oh, Panzer III going in for the kill. Plane almost dives into the Panzer III.
We are down to 200 points.
Okay, both planes were like, don't worry, we'll save the Chaffee. We're going down, but we'll take the Panzer III with us. And yeah, completely whiffed it. But still, Panzer III killed that, and at least the Germans have enough AA that they're shooting down the planes, mostly. Nice job salvaging that wreck so you can get some resources from it. Very cool indeed. Again, that's all. You can not only use the recovery vehicle, but armored support does get an ability to salvage with infantry. Strafe coming on in, kills the Stuart, and that's the German Air Force I was talking about. Mikey went with a Stuka Loiter that targets vehicles, and by God, it knocked out that Stuart quite easily. Now okay. Another British vehicle under fire, Panzer IV. Again, this one is not really meant to fight armor. It's more of an anti-infantry unit or anti-position. Damn, the loiters are not playing around. They are focusing on it. Now, luckily, we do have a little bit of help from Taz, who got himself a Boffer. It's going to hit the infantry, but also it can help shoot planes when it's not shooting infantry, which it is right now. British forces are coming on in. We have a 17-pounder in mid. Wow, okay, he's really fortifying this position. Loiters do not care. They are still hitting the British armor. I'm surprised not being shot down, but Boffer finally has a moment to shoot. Never mind, it's going after Grenadier again. We have some artillery or something coming on in. Oh, it's fire! He's dropping hot fire down on this Boffer. Damn. It's like, we wish we could brace, sir, but we're about to die. We have more air support coming on in. This is on this bunker right here. Again, not really any AA to stop that, and the bunker goes down. So, unfortunate for Elcon. Again, Germans need more AA. That's my say. At least one more flak filling, verbal win, something like that, in order to hold back that Air Force. Meanwhile, German forces are like gathering strength over here. Again, flak filling Vet 3. One of the planes gets shot down, as you can see. Airborne forces are trying to hold firm, but West knocks out the AT. That should allow the Panzer 3 to move on in without really much, well, counterfire to it. Australians are here, but again, they have no AT grenades. I love it. Panzer 3. Okay, first off, a little too close, honestly. You're going to be double AT grenaded. Knocked out the engine. Panzer 3, another one comes on in, almost shoots itself. Wow, Rifleman just took some heavy losses right there. Yeah. Joey is down quite considerably. We have more air support coming on in. Is this actual, like, loiter? It is a bomb. Oh, sorry. Not loiter. Loiter means it's flying. I should say a bombing strike, a dive bomber. There we go. Words, Greyshot, words. Whiz-bang opening fire on the Panzer 3, also shell-shocked. Barely alive after taking a shot from the M1. Like, how much health does that thing have, for reference? 6 armor. It had 6 before the truck healed it. So, good stuff right there. At least they're healing it. Oh, wait, yeah, is the 221 coming over to heal? I mean, okay. There we go. At least it is helping to heal. Awesome. British forces are trying to hold firm here. We have a tank coming back out after, I'm assuming, all the punishment it took. I think this one survived. I think that's the one from before. Hopefully. If not degaming, I have so many questions. Faust hits it. Second Faust hits it. Knocks out its engine. Again, no loiters at the moment. But again, Germans are still getting a decent amount of munitions. Allies are getting more, which is really helping with those airstrikes. But German forces are starting to break through in some key areas. Fuel is back under German control. This fuel is under, you know, MG and AT gunfire, so I don't expect that one to fall. It's really going to be up to the other victory point. Okay, if that one's here, that one's here. Oh, it has to be the one here. Damn. Well, they're going to give it an effort. Mikey is pushing on in. Hellcat's there, but is not an anti-infantry unit. Again, Germans are down nearly 400 victory points. It is not great. But AT gun will go down, so another good kill. Kill-wise, the Germans are actually higher right now than the Allies, which is interesting to see. They haven't really gone... Oh, okay. I spoke too soon. I spoke too goddamn soon. You have 4 Wesps on the field. Well, 2 Panzer 3s at least, so they have some AT, and a Brumbar coming on in with... Oh my god, a giant... Jaeger's a blob of Shreks. So by God, if you want a Shrek blob, you got it. Alright, so I mean that if you can knock out the MG, that could be enough to push back all this armor. Oh, Archers on the field. Okay, well with the 17-pounder, I feel like you're good on AT. I feel like your issue now is we're arty, as with the strikes coming on in, but what do I know? Panzer 3's tried to push on in, but Hellcats kept them back. One barely is surviving while the Hellcats are relatively fine. Whizbang also on standby. Again, the Axis need a victory point. They're trying to go for the one in front of the 17-pounder. It's almost knocked out with the Shrek blob coming in from the side, neutralizing the Stuart. But a good rifle grenade hits all of them. Hell of a shot from D-Gaming on that. Hold on, MG set on up. Oh, it's set up in the wrong direction. You could have really gunned down a lot of those squads. The Centurion is trying, but having a real tough time. Right? I always get this thing confused. The Centaur. God damn, not Centurion. Centaur. Oh, there goes that Vickers. 70-pounder is decrewed. Could always get recrewed. Double Archers, so double the firepower. Again, so far we have not seen like a big heavy tank, but Brumbar will be a good choice. That thing has a lot of armor, but the Archers can easily peel it open. Panzer 3's moving on in. M1 setting on up for some long-range fire. Here comes a Hellcat. Potentially more. German forces being flanked by a Rifleman squad. Excellent job by Forsaken. Meanwhile, again, you have a Hellcat and Pathfinders with paratroopers in by Joey. German forces trying to hold. They need that victory point. Come on. We need the big counterattack right now. And right now, I just don't see the Germans having enough in them to launch that unless their artillery really starts stepping it up. They have a Stuka now. The Wesps do have... Well, okay, one of them died. I'm assuming via maybe airstrike, potentially. Yeah, there's a big crater. It was airstrikes. Recon is flying overhead, I think. Hellcats are on standby. Jaeger Squad and Strobe Troop in opening fire. But again, there are commandos there, so some decent stuff. Oh, wow. Actually, Taz got pushed back. They already blasted the 17-pounder to bits. The archers had to pull back because they have no anti-infantry support. And here comes more infantry with Paz moving with Grenadiers. That stops the bleed. It is still a 450-point difference. But still, Germans are trying their best. Here comes the Panzer IIIs and the Stukaloiders to hit the Allied forces. Again, Forsaken had to pull back his Hellcat. Missed the dive bomb strike there on the Flakverling. And the Panzer III's getting some quick heals. Panthers on the field, so they have some really good armor. Paratroopers trying to hold the line, but Palm Grenadiers, Vet 3, well, at least one with upgrades. Solid stuff right there. Good strafe. Tries to stop that infantry, but only gets one. But at least gets the AT units, so the Hellcat's a little safer. But here comes the Panzer III's moving on in. German loiters are still flying over the battlefield, but again, the loiters more over here, not back here. Panzer III's moving on in. This is where, again, that forward cache that Joey built for himself, not going to help necessarily because it goes down, which also means his retreat point goes down. More stuff is coming on in. That's artillery, I believe. Oh, it's zeroing, isn't it? I'm 99% sure it's zeroing. From Pericles? Pericles launched zeroing. Royal Engineer is running like hell, barely escapes. Actually, all the Allied forces escaped that attack. But Panther's trying to move on in. Gets one hit, but realizes it's not going to necessarily win that fight. And pulls back. Recon flying overhead once again. That's all thanks to Forsaken. Oh, it's not Recon, it's a Mark. Wait, is it Mark? Hold on. I have a feel. Oh, yep, I knew it. Alright. Luckily, the Germans see it coming, but yeah, the loiters are coming on in because they're like, easy. Oh my god, he's gonna walk into it. He walked into it! What are you doing? You saw the airstrike, you backed out of it to escape, and then you walked into it! What the fuck? Oh my god, okay. That was fucking funny. This thing right here, walking into death. Absolute cinema. Oh, god damn it. That's perfect. You were fine! You were okay! You took left! You escaped the Prometheus ship! You turned left, and then you turned right back into it! I don't understand! Well, anyway, Pericles is getting better in sea, so at least, was his armor? Yeah, his armor gets some better in sea. Oh my god. Anyway, German forces did launch a small attack with the Panzer IIIs, but AT weapons from the Hellcat, Shermans, etc. pushed them back. Axes are bringing down the Allies. They're at 360, so about 330 difference. Brumbar doing its best to hit it, but where are the archers in all this? Archers are firing, get a good shot on the Brumbar, neutralizing it. That's a big win against Elcon. Artillery is hitting the back, and that's from the west. Again, they're getting some decent hits in. So, oh! There goes the AA half track, so Paz gets a good shot there. Now okay, now what? Okay, buddy, Taz, let's not walk into the artillery. Alright? Let's not do what that guy did. Alright? But again, Germans don't want to get more AA, that's fine. It's allowing the Allied Air Force to come on in, and with the Axis killing the AA gun on the British side, those loiters can stay in effect for longer, which again, for a loiter, potentially Mikey could deploy it. Now, I don't think Armored Reserves being picked here is for a Tiger. If I had to guess, he's probably saving up for maybe Stugs or something like that. Something to assist with AT. That would be my guess. Because you have already so many Panzer IIIs. Maybe you get a Panzer IV, but I feel like you want to get something like more supportive. So, having like a emergency, like deploy 2 Stugs in your back pocket or something would be better. Because I feel like you're more into more armor than just one big heavy tank. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. But I don't know. The amount of Hellcats, like 3 Hellcats, makes me think it's the other way. 221 dives on in. I'm assuming he was just trying to kill... Oh, he's trying to kill the truck. Oh, that was... Well, okay, Taz trying to get resources on the front. Howitzer as well goes down. That's interesting. But yeah, the truck, while literally smoking, and that cannot be good for the driver's health, right? That driver is like, probably like coughing his lung out. Kind of like what I've been doing the last couple weeks. But no, he will prevail. And oh my god, it's actually healing on the way out. That's fun. Recon flying in from the south. That's Joey's recon. Trying to find some good targets. Again, allies have a ton of caches. Axes have a lot less. But Axis have at least more forward bases on the front. German forces are holding on to the fuel. Again, they're getting 36 per turn. We have an airstrike coming on in. This is the MG Loiter, I think. Again, Forsaken is not up them with more plane. Wait, is it? Oh, never mind. He did. Okay, cool. They just immediately went down. Damn. Is that because more AA? No, we still only have one flag. Damn, that one flag filling is doing a hell of a lot of work. Hellcats and Sherman's on a Sherman on standby. Maybe take the M1. Is he taking it? What are you doing? He's just pushing. Oh, he's throwing AT grenades on them. Just hoping they fall back. There's another Sherman coming on in. Again, you can't up them further with any like armor or stuff because we know they went airstrike. So that's the thing. You have a lot of good air support, but your armor cannot be upped further, and your infantry cannot be made cheaper. So it is a risk reward. Jaeger squads are on standby. You would imagine these guys are waiting for armor, but all they're going to get is Australians and foot guards. Oh, good arty strike knocks out the MG here. Here comes the Grenadiers. They're pushing one way, but now they're coming in from the other. Jaeger squads hitting from one direction, breakthrough from an Grenadiers with MP40s from another. Foot guards go down. That's not good. We have Australians being suppressed. Bombs coming on in all over the place. Damn. That's thanks to the airborne. Grenadiers pull back, but more Grenadiers are still on the front. Now we have, who is it? Damn it. D-Gaming. Right? Yes. Coming in with his infantry section. Vet 3. Also, a lot of Crusaders on the back lines. With the Centaur. Alright. Interesting strategy. Again, the Germans have to engage because they need this victory point. They can't afford to lose it. So that's a good way to draw them in and wear them down. Unfortunately, for the Germans, they may not have enough support. Oh, wait, here comes the Panzer IIIs. Coming in from the side. This may be something that Joey and, yeah, Deep Gaming may not be accept. Oh my god, there goes all the infantry section. No! Panzer IIIs get some excellent kills, but here comes Joey with his armor. There is an AT gun here. Is that American? That's an American M1. All right, that's funny. Actually, is that another M1? That is 2 American AT guns killing Hellcats. You love to see it. There goes the medical. A strafe comes on in, but doesn't kill the AT gun yet. Hellcats are falling. Panzer IIIs are holding up pretty well. Sherman goes down. Truthfully, that was a really good fight. That was a damn good fight for Mikey. Solid effort. They did lose a couple points, but overall, the Allies lost so much in that counterattack. Joey is down to just 1 Hellcat. I think he had 2 Shermans and 2 Hellcats. Compared to Mikey, who, he lost again, unfortunately he did lose the truck, but he still has all 3 Panzer IIIs. So, yeah, that's still a big win, in my book. Panther is right behind them. Pericles' position is a little bit more shaky in the north, I'll say that. Like, sure, you have... Oh, he's placing... Wait, are those mines? No, those are rocks. Sorry, I confused them for mines. But he was trying to place mines, but Commando stopped them so he can at least grab this position. Panzer IV and Brumbar on standby, trying to push up, kill the Vickers machine guns so the enemy can't take it. Tass still has a decent amount of armored reserves, even though he lost some of his frontline infantry. He's bringing more foot guards. Wasps are still launching attacks on the allied positions. I am shocked we've not seen bishops. I am really shocked that neither British flyer has gone bishops. Also, it looks like one of the archers did indeed go down. I'm not sure how, but maybe he moved up too close and the infantry got him. But we saw the Jägerblob in position close to the front. Maybe they neutralized it. Not sure, but having one archer, not the best. Bombers are coming in here, I believe? Oh, there goes the truck. He just got it, too. Alright, so they're really trying to hit Mikey, who lost a couple units. But medical truck coming on in. He has a ton of reserves. I mean, the more they kill, the more likely they actually unlock a Tiger. So, I don't know if that's the plan, but it could be. It's like... Oh, wait, but here comes a Hellcat thrust by Forsaken. led by infantry on the front. Wesp is under fire. Vet 2. It's probably going to go down to the Hellcat. Perfect shot right there. Panzer 3s are coming in, but there's a lot of Hellcats he needs to worry about. All right, here comes the battle. Hellcats versus Panzer 3s. Immediately, the Hellcat goes down. One Panzer 3 does bite it. Panther, though, coming on in. Oh, I think all these Hellcats are dead. Another Hellcat bites it, and a third one is about to go down to the Panther. SSF Commandos might try to kill the Panzer 3, but they're unable to. And there goes the Commandos. The deep thrust behind enemy lines backfired, and now the Germans are taking all the Hellcats. Oh, well, most of them anyway. Taking the resources away. You have a strike coming on in, but Blackfilling shooting it down quite easily. And yeah, an epic battle that pushes another allied army down considerably. Forsaken, again, if I look at Joey and Forsaken, they don't have a lot of reserves. Mikey does. So we can bring back another Panzer 3. Or if he wants, F it, go with a Panzer 4. Or go with a Tiger, you know, because he keeps losing stuff. Whatever you really want to do. I feel like he's done better with the Panzer 3s. But whatever. Suka comes on in, devastates, absolutely destroys Taz's frontline forces. Again, he just spent a ton on foot guards and stuff, so losing that to a Stuka, oh, that hurts a lot. Centaur and Crusader trying their best to hold. Another archer is on the field. Again, Joey's sending over Hellcats, but again, it's an infantry-based army pushing up with Jaeger squad, so that can really do a lot of damage to the Hellcats. Well, if they're in range. Oh, there we go. That was in range. So, yeah. Meanwhile, a Tiger is on the field and a Brumbar, so Germans getting more armor. Again, the Germans are at 27 points, but the Allies have lost like 250 points in this whole ordeal. It's not looking great. Yeah, Germans have done a really good job at like, okay, prioritizing where to fight with their armor, like, and also not throwing it away. They've done a pretty good job at allowing the Allies to throw themselves into the fight, take out the Allied forces, and pull back any weak units. The Allies are not getting quick kills, even with the airstrikes. The airstrikes have gotten here or there, but they have not gotten like super valuable units. But we'll see. This recon's flying overhead. Joey is itching for a strike back, I assume. Maybe he targets the Wesps back here. Maybe he targets something over here. We'll have to see. But I have a feeling some strike is going to come on in. No. Oh, wait. Hold on. Now here comes, was it Forsaken with his airstrike. By the way, we have another archer on the field. So we have 3 archers on the front. So that's why I mean, like, Tiger may not be the best in that. Recon flying overhead. They found the Wesps, but nothing came in on them. Maybe they're just trying to figure out where to hit. But again, even like the more general players like Elcon, which we've seen take some losses, now he has like a decent amount of armor, right? He has a Panzer 4 and a Brumbar, and plus his infantry. Like, the Axis are all really stacked. The Allies are getting back up. Like, the Axis aren't pushing on them, which maybe is a negative thing you could say. It's like they're not really thrusting themselves at the enemy territory, but I feel like them being more reserved is actually helping them more so, because the artillery's doing that job. Speaking of artillery, almost kills 2 infantry squads. Here comes the Panthers against the Hellcats. Hellcats trying their best, but Panthers are moving on in. Wait, here's an airstrike. Oh, it's heavy bombers. Tiger on a smoke break inside, I guess. Just realizes the hell about to come down on him. Whizbang also opened fire. Bombers do not get any real good hits in, but Panthers are advancing. Brumbar trying to kill the MG. Hellcats, 4 Hellcats now pushing it against the Panther with the Whizbang opening fire. Hell of a shot right there. Great stuff. And the armor is pulled back. Panther now at risk of being overwhelmed. 1 Panther does go down. And here comes the Tiger with 2 Panzer 3s. Joey's Hellcats are not going to engage, but this other Hellcat will. Forsaken really wants that Panther dead. I mean, HVAP rounds would have probably done it. You're vet 1, man. But here comes Tiger and Panzer 3s to guard his ally. Hellcat will take... Hold on. What's his decision? Is he going to cross? He's going to sit there, and his moment of going in is a little bit late. We have some air support coming in from Air and Sea against the Panzer 4. We have a Wesp going down. I think both Wesps were neutralized. Yeah! Good push with the Crusaders. Knocked out the artillery. Unfortunately, Elcon has a Tiger. And that is a Wehrmacht Tiger. So, also, again, AA is not really shooting him down fast enough. Again, Germans need more AA. But still, that was a decent kill. That killed a lot of the artillery. Actually, I think all the Wesps are dead. Speaking of dead, Panzer IV just got loitered to death. Some counterattacks are happening in mid. We have a triple archer threat right here from Taz, easily pushing back the Tiger with a whiz bang, putting in the extra little like pain on that. Now again, there's a lot of TDs and there's now a lot of Shreks right here. Archers are easily gonna perish to Shrek fire, so they need to pull the hell out. Air support now coming on in. We have another strafe over here hitting the infantry blob, but Archer does go down thanks to the Jaeger Shreks just constantly firing. Can they get additional kills on the archers? Come on, take the shots! I love it. Grenadiers even have a Shrek and an AT rifle, because why not? But they just don't have the range. Taz is barely clinging on to life as he escapes. We have some Stuka fire hitting Joey's forces right here. So Mikey forcing him back. Excellent job. Axis definitely took some losses, but they still have the victory points. Now the Allies are down considerably. Archer does die to Shrek fire. I'm pretty sure Shrek fire. Yeah, things are not looking great. It is very close. Very close to a loss for the Allies. Remember the Allies are so confident in this game? But even though, again, a wonderful strike against the Wesps knocked out some stuff, unfortunately, as we can currently see, Paz is just using all of his reserves. He has 3 Panthers in production. That's 5 Panthers. I think that'll be the most Panthers I've seen in a counterattack. I don't think he has the manpower for all those Panthers, but by God, he requested it. It's like German command being like, I need 10,000 King Tigers, and German command's like, excuse me, our economy cannot afford that. We'll give you... Well, actually, you know what? Yes, they're coming. They're absolutely coming to help you. They'll be there shortly, and they actually send like 5. Alright. Artillery is coming on in with some airstrikes. Do we have bishops? We have 1 bishop that's been clinging on for dear life. A counterattack from a single Panther from Pericles, I think, is going to bite him, because the Hellcat's going to overwhelm it. The armor is too far, so Mikey, honestly, my MVP of this game, has not been able... I don't think he's going to come over in time. Yep, good job. Forsaken knocks out Pericles' men. You have a counterattack with armor, but he's walking into more... these Hellcats are like, no, we didn't do that. We didn't fight you. That was the other guy. And, oh my God. And Mikey kills Joey's Hellcat. I love that. Joey's just like, the fuck? Why are you bringing him toward me? Oh, great stuff right there. Good allied teamwork. But allies need more teamwork and more effective teamwork, because yeah, right now they are down only by 50 points. They went from like a 450 lead to 50. It's not looking good. This is what the Chiefs wanted to do in the Super Bowl. They're like, oh yes, we're down by 34 points. We'll come back. Yeah, this is the comeback the Chiefs wish they had. So here, unfortunately, artillery fire from the whiz bang is actually hurting the Panzer III a little bit. Another Hellcat coming on in on the Panzer III and Tiger. Might be a bit of an issue with the Tiger there. 1 Hellcat can do a bit of damage. Oh man, misses. Tiger almost hits him right back. We have a big thrust of British armor moving on in. But by God, the man with the Panthers is trying to get them deployed. He just physically can't. He just has too much infantry. I don't know what Paz is doing, but he's doing something. I think Zerwing is coming in this area to hold back the Allied forces. And yeah, it is. You can see the artillery coming on in. More air support coming on in with bombers. Pioneers just bite it. But Panther does escape. Tiger engaging the Hellcat. Oh, really? Alright. Well, 2 Panzer IIIs, a Panzer command tank, and a Tiger moving on in. There's still triple Hellcats. And unfortunately, only 1 Panther from Pericles. But we are getting down to it. This might be the final battle. We'll have to see how things go. We have air support coming on in. That is an air and sea loiter against armor. We also have additional heavy bombers coming in the back lines. Plus a Stuka loiter against the German forces. They aren't able to decap the point. Here come the bombers. Right on all the infantry. Oh my lord. And air support still flying over. Nice grenade right there. And allies and Axis like, although I think Axis took a lot more losses. God damn, everyone threw in everything. Oh, Crusaders came in the back lines, but what's this? All the Panthers and the Panzer IV came on in. By the way, again, now we have 3 Panthers. He's just deploying more. It's like, we killed the infantry, we won! No, you don't understand. This man is just gonna pump out every Panther the Germans can muster. This is where the archers really need to play up their part and just keep firing. But here comes the loiters, weakening them down. Archers do push back the Panthers. Jaeger squad moving on in, but foot guards should be able to hold their own. Paratroopers trying to hold on to the point as well. Tiger, though, moving in. We do have a small counterattack with Pericles and the Axis armor here. Okay, interesting. Forsaken pulling back. Oh, wow, you have all sorts of infantry just diving in. Jaeger squad stole a bunch of MGs. That's not good.
We have 25 points left.
Armor has is launching in advance. Panthers don't care. They're pushing on in, but archers are just using the range, even though they're so weak. They're just weakening them down. Panther and Panzer IV lower with Hellcats moving on in by Joey. We have zeroing, I believe, coming on in. One Panzer IV goes down, but don't worry, we got more Panthers coming on in. Paz is burning through those Panthers like no one's business. This one's barely alive. Here comes Mikey with... Can he save the game? Right now we have victory point here. 14 points, 29. Zeroing is launching. Hurts the Hellcat a little bit. Another strafe coming on in against the infantry to suppress the infantry and stop them from taking the point. But they do decap because the armor is capturing the territory. Stuka firing even more salvos on the front. I'm losing my voice. Airstrike comes on in, hits the Panzer III, but has enough health to hold on for dear life and hold on to the point. We have another shot thanks to an AT gun line by D-Gaming, knocking out another armored unit. Another unit is about to go down here with the Panther. If the Hellcat can pen, it does. Panther goes down. Tiger is now, oh boy. Repositioning, pulling on back. Panzer IV on the point for dear life, but needs to get the hell out. Too late. AT guns neutralize it. And here comes more infantry, but another Tiger walks up, though injured. And now it's a do or die game with Hellcats pushing in, desperately trying to grab the other victory point. Pericles is trying to hold, but he's having trouble. He needs some artillery support, but I do not think there is enough. Wait, he does call in zeroing. He is. All the artillery is coming down on that point. It is absolute catastrophe for the Allies, losing everything in that battle. But there's just an engineer squad moving on in, a Panzer Pioneer, and that Panther need to hold on for dear life. Panther kills the Hellcat there, and by God, the Allies are down on front lines, but they're throwing the remains of their infantry on that point. Pericles and Mikey, of all people, need to move in. He has the manpower, but he doesn't have the men. There is no men nearby, and this might be it, ladies and gentlemen. The Germans have this point. They have a Wesp on the front. I have no idea why, but they are holding for dear life here. But a last-minute gasp of life from the Allies on this victory point is going to potentially save them the game. Stuka opening fire, but not getting the kills. Loiter came on in to suppress the infantry and stop them from moving up. The paratrooper squad needs to die. They need to kill it at all costs, but another one is dropping on in. This is it. This might be over. Smoke is in. They're holding on. The Allies are throwing everything, and they barely cling on. Holy crap. Oh. I need water. Oh my God. Oh. That was a last minute save. The Allies threw everything in the middle. The Axis blunted it, and they're like, we need somewhere else. Thank you, Taz, for submitting that game. That was fun. That was a hell of an ordeal. Forsaken top damage. Top kills goes to D-Gaming. Again, inflated, but Mikey got top damage. And top kills, that's definitely not inflated. Flakverling. That smoke run, yeah, it saved them. Alright, let's double check units. Again, a solid effort. I love, though, the Axis defenses and them holding. Hellcats, again, 5 vehicles, but they lost so much in that. Let's see. What are the big things? MGs, okay. Eager Squads did okay. Panthers, not as great for Pericles. I feel like he was the weak link in that sector. Let's see. That's vehicles, infantry. Really not much to write home about. Sorry, Joey. I'm just looking, just not high kills anywhere. I mean, I would say your Hellcats were maybe performing a bit better than the other ones because, again, they got slightly less kills, but they also you didn't lose as much, so you're better on preservation, at least that way. Mikey, oh my God, the Panzer IIIs, even though they all died, like, God, he did his absolute best, and this is what I mean by inflate, flak-filling 67,000 damage. Like, come on. Palm Gradier's 84. That's a pretty solid amount right there. Yeah, I'm trying to look here to see if there's anything really to write home about. Good amount, I get an okay amount for the Tiger. I mean, it's just one unit like the Bishop and Crusader. Crusader's got some good pushes in and knocking out the stuff. Infantry section, pretty solid, 59 kills. Yeah, but overall, a very good game. That was a absolute amazing game. I'm glad I was able to cover that. The Wesps just causing absolute chaos. And again, Paz, you had Panthers galore, but unfortunately, infantry was what you guys needed to hold that front. That zeroing almost came in clutch. If it was just a little longer and killing the paratroop squad, I think the Axis would have had that game. Pretty sure. But yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Great stuff there. Again, a solid game. I can't complain. Because a lot of people say, oh, you know, this map is an arty map, or, you know, it's an Axis favored map. And to be fair, as the Allies, it got, like, there was a moment where it's like, oh, the Allies are about to win. Then they started making mistakes. They started throwing a bit too many units. The Axis started holding down. Without bunkers or spam or anything like that, they did a really good job. But let me know what you guys think about both sides and their performance. I thought that was a really good game. But let me know. This has been Greyshot17, and I'll see you guys next time.
Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17, and before y'all go, let me give a special shout out to Patreon supporters Joey G240, Milam, Big Cooch, Aphyria, Ace, Pyro Shark, Tonybee 95, Epic Pleb. Thank you all for your incredible support and helping me grow my channel and support my channel and everything I do. Thank you, and to the rest of you, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.